Have you ever felt like you just don't fit in? Like people don't really get the way you think, and sometimes that makes you wonder if something's wrong with you. What if I told you it's not you? You're just too smart for most people. And no, I don't mean IQ or grades. I'm talking about mental sharpness, emotional depth, and awareness that most people simply don't have. So, here are 10 signs you're too smart for most people, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one you are. You see, being too smart doesn't mean you're better than others, it means you process life differently. You notice details others miss. You question things others accept. You think deeply about what most people ignore. But that difference can feel lonely. People might misunderstand you, label you overthinker, or call you too intense. Yet the truth is, the world needs people like you. People who see through the noise, who think before they react, and who stand apart. So, let's break down the signs. Because once you recognize them, everything starts to make sense. Sign number 1, you question everything. You don't just accept things at face value. When someone says, "That's just how it is," you instantly want to know why. Rules, traditions, social norms, you analyze them. You see the cracks others ignore. For example, when everyone's hyping up a new trend or following a crowd, you're standing back, observing, thinking, does this even make sense? That's not arrogance, that's awareness. And while it might make people call you difficult or skeptical, it's actually one of your greatest strengths. Sign number 2, you feel emotionally older than your age. You can sense what others feel, even when they don't say it. You read between the lines. You see the pain behind someone's fake smile or the fear behind their anger. That level of empathy can be exhausting, because you pick up on emotional energy that others miss. Sometimes, you wish you didn't feel so deeply. But this emotional intelligence is what makes you wise beyond your years. It's what allows you to connect on a level that most people never reach. Sign number 3, small talk drains you. You can't fake excitement about gossip, weather updates, or meaningless chatter. You crave real conversation, ideas, dreams, philosophy, psychology, purpose. When others are talking about who's dating who, your mind is somewhere else, maybe wondering why people act the way they do or how society shapes human behavior. You're not antisocial, you're just selective. You don't want to talk more, you want to talk real. Sign number 4, you overthink, but for a reason. People tell you, stop overanalyzing everything. But you can't help it, your brain is wired to connect dots others don't even see. You replay moments, study reactions, decode meanings. It's not that you want to suffer, it's that you care about understanding. You don't want surface-level answers. You want truth. And yes, it can feel like a curse at times, but that curiosity, that mental hunger, is what makes you evolve faster than most. Sign number 5, you often feel misunderstood. Ever try explaining your thoughts, and people just stare blankly at you? Or they think you're showing off when you're just being honest? That's what happens when your mind operates on a deeper frequency. You express ideas that require context, depth, or reflection, and most people don't go there. So they assume you're weird, cold, or too serious. But you're not. You just value meaning over approval. Sign number 6, you prefer solitude, but not loneliness. You actually enjoy your own company. You use alone time to recharge, create, learn, or just think. You'd rather spend an evening reading or reflecting than forcing small talk at a noisy party. And while others might call that antisocial, it's actually emotional maturity. Because only people comfortable with themselves can handle being alone. Sign number 7, you notice patterns others miss. You see how people's habits, words, and actions connect. You can tell when someone's lying, pretending, or repeating a toxic cycle, even if they can't. You're not psychic, you're just observant. Your brain constantly collects and compares data subconsciously. That's why people say, you always seem to know what's going on. Sign number 8, you get bored easily. You need mental stimulation, challenge, creativity, something new to explore. Repetition feels like death to you. That's why jobs, conversations, or routines that others find comfortable make you restless. You're not lazy, your mind just moves faster. You crave growth. You crave discovery. Sign number 9, you have a strong inner world. Your imagination is vivid. Your thoughts are constant. You might replay future scenarios, design ideas, or full conversations in your head before they even happen. This inner world gives you clarity, creativity, and vision. But it can also make you seem distant, because you're always somewhere deeper. Sign number 10, you see the bigger picture. When everyone else is obsessed with the moment, you're thinking long term. You see how actions connect to consequences, how patterns repeat, how people create their own outcomes. You rarely judge, because you understand why people are the way they are. And that understanding gives you power, not over others, but over yourself. So, if you recognized yourself in these signs, don't apologize for it. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Yes, being too smart can feel isolating, but it's also what makes you rare. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more thinkers, feelers, and visionaries like you. Being too smart isn't a burden, it's a responsibility. To use your awareness, empathy, and insight to make things better, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Now, I want you to think about this. Which of these signs hit you the hardest? Drop your answer in the comments, I'd love to see how many of you resonate with this. If you found yourself nodding along, hit that like button. And if you're someone who thinks deeply, feels deeply, and sees the world differently, you're in the right place. Subscribe, because this channel is made for minds like yours. Keep thinking differently. Keep growing. And never apologize for being too smart for most people.